6 a.m. Your alarm didn't go off. Power's out. You walk to your car, turn the key. Nothing. You look outside. Every single car in your street, dead, silent. You grab your phone to check what's happening. No signal. Just nothing. No traffic hum. No planes overhead. Not even a distant engine. Just an eerie, total quiet that you've never heard before in your entire life. By noon, grocery store shelves are bare. By 3 p.m., the global economy is in freefall. This isn't a movie. This is what the first 48 hours without oil actually looks like. And right now, in this scenario, it's happening to you. Oil didn't phase out. It didn't run low. It just vanished. 1 second it was there. The next, poof, gone. No warning, no transition plan, just gone. We built our entire civilization on one substance and never once asked what happens if it disappears. Today we find out, hour by hour, as it all falls apart. The first hour, just silence. Not normal silence, the kind that makes your stomach drop because something that was always there isn't. That low, constant background roar of civilization, engines, planes, generators, switched off. Just like that. Every car, truck, bus, motorcycle, useless. Not because the tank is empty, because the thing that makes them run doesn't exist anymore. Millions of people instantly stranded. If you were already on the road, say a truck driver mid-haul on some empty highway, you're now sitting in a steel box going nowhere, forever. Look up. The sky is empty. Commercial aviation runs entirely on jet fuel. Any plane that was airborne when oil vanished didn't land safely. The world's busiest trade routes, silent. The most connected era in human history, severed in 60 minutes. But here's the thing. In hour 1, nobody really panics yet. You look at your neighbor. They shrug. Phones are glitching, networks are jammed, feels like a weird outage. You assume someone's fixing it. Nobody's fixing it. The rules of the world just changed, and you haven't figured that out yet. The great stillness is just the opening act. The systems keeping you alive have already started dying. You just don't know it yet. 6 hours in, things start breaking. 6 hours in, the confusion has curdled into something darker. Fear. Real fear. You try to call for help. No answer. Not because nobody cares, because they can't get to you. Police cars run on fuel. Ambulances run on fuel. Fire trucks run on fuel. They're stranded, same as you. A house fire is now a neighborhood fire. A heart attack is now a death sentence. The people we built entire systems around to keep order, just as trapped as everyone else. Meanwhile, the power grid starts cracking. See, most people think electricity and oil are separate things. They're not. The diesel trains hauling coal to power plants stopped. The trucks maintaining wind turbines parked. The peaker plants that fire up during high demand, their supply chains broken. The grid is a machine that needs constant feeding, and its food supply just got cut off. The lights start going out, region by region. They don't come back. And with the power goes everything else. Cell tower backup batteries drain fast. The diesel generators meant to kick in after? Useless. The internet, our entire global nervous system starts going dark. Financial markets try to open. They can't. The global economy, which is really just data moving on top of transportation, has stopped. In 6 hours, we haven't just lost our cars. We've lost our century. We're isolated, in the dark, and we have no idea how bad it's about to get. 12 hours in, noon on day 1. The shock has worn off. Something older, something primal has taken its place. Survival mode. The realization is spreading, not through news, because there is none, but mouth to mouth, block by block. The world has stopped. And that means the things you need will stop coming. The grocery store gets hit first. People arriving on foot, on bikes, dragging wagons, faces tight with something between urgency and terror. Here's what most people never knew about that store. It doesn't have a warehouse in the back. It's got maybe 3 days of food. 3. And it only stays stocked because trucks show up every single day, like clockwork. Those trucks are silent monuments on the highway now. Every apple, every bottle of water, every can of anything got there through a system that no longer exists. The shelves are stripped in hours, water first, then canned goods, then literally everything else. Fights break out. The social contract, that invisible agreement to wait in line, to pay, to be civil, evaporates the second genuine fear kicks in. There are no cops to call, no authority to restore calm. This same scene replicated in every city, every town, everywhere. Pharmacies hit next. Life-saving medications that needed refrigerated transport, gone. Hardware stores stripped of batteries and anything remotely useful. Money starts feeling like what it actually is: paper. What good is your credit card score when the only thing that matters is a can of beans? By hour 12, the illusion is shattered. There is no more on the shelf. There is no next truck. There is no fixing this. 24 hours in, the world is gone. The first day ends, and when it does, the world you woke up in doesn't exist anymore. This wasn't a disaster. Disasters get cleaned up. This was a complete system reset. Transportation, energy, communication, commerce, all gone simultaneously. A modern, globally connected civilization shattered into millions of isolated, terrified communities overnight. And this is happening everywhere, not just your city. For oil-producing nations, Algeria, Venezuela, Nigeria, it's total implosion. Their governments, funded entirely by oil exports, are instantly bankrupt. The subsidized food, the public services, the entire social contract, gone. For industrialized nations, all manufacturing has ceased. Think about a smartphone. Its components come from dozens of countries, assembled through a constant dance of ships, trains, and trucks. That dance ended. Factories gone silent. We've had tiny previews of this. When shipping through the Strait of Hormuz gets disrupted, just a choke point, just a fraction of global oil, the shockwaves hit markets worldwide within hours. Our scenario isn't a disruption, it's a complete freeze. After 24 hours, every nation is an island, isolated. And the worst part? Nobody saw it coming, because we never thought it could. Spoiler, it can. 36 hours in, everyone's searching. No one's finding anything. Day 2, you wake up and the mission is simple. Adapt. But adapt to what exactly? Governments have declared states of emergency. Great, wonderful, completely meaningless. They have no way to enforce anything, no way to deliver resources, no functioning infrastructure to work with. The top-down power structures that ran the world? Irrelevant. You're on your own. Streets are filling with people on foot and bike, a slow, silent exodus. Some trying to reach the countryside, convinced it's safer out there. Others hunting through the city for whatever's left. But our cities were designed around cars. A 10-mile walk for water isn't an errand, it's an expedition. And yes, people start asking about alternatives. Natural gas? It's a closed network. It can't fuel a truck or a plane. Coal? Makes electricity, sure, but how does it get from the mine to the plant? On diesel trains. That chain is gone. What about renewables? Solar? Wind? Here's the tragic part. The green energy revolution is completely dependent on oil to exist. Mining materials, manufacturing panels and turbines, shipping them, installing them, all of it runs on fossil fuels. You could have 1 million brand new solar panels sitting in a warehouse right now, and it wouldn't matter. You can't get them anywhere. You can't install anything. Renewables are a decades-long industrial project, not a 36-hour fix. The search for an alternative is desperate. The answer is the same everywhere. There isn't one. 48 hours in. This is the new reality. 48 hours. Slowly, the chaos has settled into something worse than chaos. A brutal new normal. Water treatment plants are shutting down. They need electricity and constant chemical deliveries to function. Without either, Clean water, the thing you never once thought about when you turned on a tap, is becoming scarce, dangerously scarce. Diseases like cholera, the kind that tear through cities, are now a real threat. Hospitals are becoming something else. Their backup generators ran out of diesel. Supplies are gone. No electricity, no clean water, no medicine. They're no longer places of healing. They're just buildings. But the crisis that will define everything going forward, the one that turns 48 hours into a generation of suffering, is food. Our entire agricultural system is basically a machine that converts oil into calories. Tractors idle in fields, fishing boats tied to docks. And here's the part that kills future harvests, not just today's. Modern fertilizers are made using an energy-intensive process that depends on natural gas. That supply chain is broken. Without fertilizer, crop yields don't just dip, they collapse. Even the food that already exists, already harvested, sitting in silos right now, it's rotting. Because there's no truck to move it, no ship to carry it. In 48 hours, we went from a world of total convenience to the edge of a new dark age. The collapse is complete. The fight for what's left has already started. The plan was always to keep the system running. There is no plan for when it doesn't. 48 hours. That's it. That's all it took to go from alarm clocks and coffee to fighting over canned beans and boiling rainwater. Transportation gone, economy evaporated, supply chains dead. And then the real pillars, food, water, medicine, started crumbling one by one. The 48-hour mark isn't the end. It's the beginning of something much longer, much darker. Mass migration out of cities, conflicts over whatever's left, a forced regression to a pre-industrial world, a world nobody alive has ever known, and one we are completely, catastrophically unprepared for. Oil vanishing overnight is a thought experiment, but our dependence on it? That's not a thought experiment. That's real. It's total. And most people walk through every single day completely blind to it. Every meal you eat, every device you use, everything that got to you, oil touched it. All of it. We built an extraordinary civilization, one that can feed billions and connect the entire planet, and we balanced the whole thing on one card. The card that was never supposed to be pulled. Good thing we've been working on alternatives for decades, right? Really taking it seriously? Yeah. Anyway, what do you think breaks you first? No transportation, no power, or no food? Drop it in the comments. And if you'd rather see the next collapse coming before it hits, Money Never Learns is right there when you're ready.